It's no secret that conventional shoe design has some serious problems, and most videos about barefoot shoes will make you want to throw your normal shoes in the bin. But it's not that simple. The barefoot community is holding some secrets of their own, so in today's video, we're going to take a very honest look at the problems with barefoot shoes so that you can decide if they're right for you. Let me start by setting the problem up for you. These are a pair of shoes that you probably know and love. These are the barefoot shoes that I wear most often. Can you see the difference between them? These are cushioned, these are not. These have got a wide toe box, these have got a narrow one. These have got a heel drop, these are zero drop. So what happens when you go from not a day, not a week, not a year, but a lifetime of wearing shoes like these to wearing shoes like these? Initially, nothing. It feels really quite nice. Your toes can spread out. I can feel the ground under my feet, which is a very nice feeling. They make me want to be here. They make me want to be outside, experiencing things. I want to do more. The problem is, how much time do we actually spend here, out in nature, and how much of it is spent here? And the problem with here is this. It's the concrete. And that's where cushion shoes start to make a lot of sense. Let me explain. X marks the spot. Classic. Let's pretend, if you will, that this egg represents your heel and this tube represents your leg. In cushion shoes, the cushioning, this section right here, absorbs and dissipates the impact so that the egg doesn't crack. But if you take that away, well, I think you get the point. So the $1 million question, how do we stop barefoot shoes from destroying your feet? Number one, remember, you are a complex system, you're not a fragile machine. You can and you will adapt to the stimulus of barefoot shoes if you want to. Just remember, not going to happen the right way, might happen in a very linear fashion, meaning some days it's going to be really good, sometimes it's going to be really shit. So just roll the punches, give your body time to adapt. Number two, if you fail to plan, you should plan to fail. What does that mean? The fact that you're watching this video sets you heads above most people that are getting into barefoot shoes. And there's nothing wrong at all with winging it. I spend most of my life being reactive. When I have a good idea, like shooting a video, I like to act on it then and there. But there are some instances where it does warrant spending a little bit of time planning for your own success. This is very much one of them. So after 5 years wearing barefoot shoes, these are the 3 steps that you need to take to make sure your new pair of barefoot shoes don't completely shit mix your feet. Step number 1, really straightforward. Figure out what you need. How minimalist are your shoes, the ones that you're planning on wearing? Zeros, for example, tend to be much more cushioned than Vivos. Less cushioning needs more caution. Number 2, what terrain are you going to be walking on? Are you going to be pounding the pavement on your way to work, or jogging around forest trails, or powering up rocky mountain tracks? The more forgiving the terrain is underfoot, the less you need to worry about your feet getting destroyed and your heel turning into the uncushioned egg. Number 3, what are your own risk factors? By that I mean, are you fit? Are you light? Are you heavy? All of those things are going to impact how much strain is being put on your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, and if they are in a position to take it. Myself, for example, I'm 235-ish pounds on a good day. That means I need to be much more careful of my ligaments, my tendons, my muscles, and managing the total volume than, let's say, someone that weighs as much as my pillowcase. It really pays to know the warning signs for common barefoot injuries, by which I mean things like plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, shin splints, knee pain. The more that you know about what those injuries could feel like when they're bubbling away under the surface, the better, because then you know how to respond to them if they do come up. Do you need to rest? Do you need to compress it? Do you need to move it? That's important information to know and figure out. And then lastly is the movement itself. Moving in barefoot shoes needs a completely different stride pattern. If you've ever watched any of my other videos where I'm walking, where I'm running in barefoot shoes, you'll see it looks very different to the likes of Eliud Kipchoge running a full marathon. And the reason for that is that you are the byproduct of millions of years of bioengineering. That gives us a spring-like arch. It gives us muscles for stability, for strength, protection, even fat pads, and calluses that can protect us from the sharpest Lego, from the upturned plug. You are designed to be barefoot. You just have to relearn the movement to be able to get there. If that sounds like a lot, then yeah, it is, but it's worth nailing this stuff down now and not being injured. Much better doing that than pretending it's not a thing and completely shit mixing yourself in a few months. Ask me how I know. If you want to streamline that process, I've just released an all new barefoot transition guide. It's an awesome resource. I put a lot of time and effort into it, and I'm going to link it up here and below. It goes into a lot more detail on all 3 of those points, and it's going to tell you exactly how you need to transition for the shoes that you've bought in the terrain that you're going to be walking in for the body that you have, as well as covering all the risk factors, warning signs, and of course how to really move in barefoot shoes. If you want some more information on the history and benefits of barefoot shoes, then check out this video over here. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on more super niche barefoot content, and I'll see you in another video again very soon. Stay strong.